Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to be taking a look at Near Protocol. My name is Hazeeq and I'm not a financial advisor, so make sure to do your own research before investing money into crypto. So let's take a look at Near Protocol. We'll try to keep this short and sweet. Now the weekly chart here is actually doing pretty good. We have landed in this support block that I gave you a few months ago, and this was between $1.95 and $2.60. So this area was a perfect entry point. The 0.236 Fibonacci was also there, and we landed in there, bounced off the bottom of the block here, maybe went slightly below it, but then after that we have seen a recovery of approximately 81%. And what happened here is, on our way back up, we bounced off the 20 EMA on the weekly. So this is acting as a resistance. This was our, well, it was supposed to be our support. Okay, back in 2024, it was our support here. We had a few bounces off of it. But then when you drop below it and you start losing it as support and you start bouncing off of it as resistance, the 20 EMA slowly becomes your resistance. So now our goal is to break the 20 EMA, okay, get past it, back test it as support potentially, and then have a strong break to the upside with the volume indicator spiking and showing us that there is demand and there is volume flowing into the token. If you zoom out a little bit here and you take a look at this massive descending horizontal resistance trend line, or not horizontal, rather diagonal resistance trend line, we've been bouncing off of it since 2021, or rather January 2022. We had a bit of a fake out here in November 2024 and we thought we're breaking out of it, but we ended up rolling over and we dropped below it. So the important thing after breaking the 20 EMA is having a move all the way past this trend line here. I'm going to change the color to teal so it stands out a little bit more. So that trend line there is going to be our massive resistance level, and it's possible once we run back towards around $9 to $8, we might get rejected. But what I do want to see at that point is a back test of this teal trend line as support this time, and then a break through the resistance there. So this area is going to be very important for us to break through. We've been rejected 3 times before, in March 2024, in May 2024, and in December 2024 from that block there. And on our 4th time, we do want to break through it, okay? That's going to be very important if we are at least looking to get back up to the all-time high prices of $20, okay? In terms of the Elliott wave structure, if we bring out the 5-wave count, this is our wave 1. Our wave 2 over here, we're looking for a wave 3, wave 4, and then wave 5. So wave 3 is supposed to be bigger than either wave 1 or wave 5. So if it's bigger than wave 5, that's good enough. It doesn't have to be necessarily bigger than both wave 1 and 5. Now, the wave 4 pullback cannot go below the wave 1 top, and the wave 1 top is all the way here at around $9. So if at the end of the year we're having this correction after our massive wave 3 and we drop below $9, then the Elliott wave structure goes out the window, okay? But this is just a draft of what it might look like. Supposedly we printed our wave 2 bottom here, and supposedly this was our ABC correction. So you had your A, B, and C leg low. So this is our C leg bottom, and this entire ABC is a wave 2 on the Elliott wave. Okay, this is what I'm looking at. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not saying this is a good time to be buying, or rather I am saying it's a good time to be buying, but I'm not saying you have to go out of your way and buy the token right now. If we take a look at the RSI on the weekly, let's see. So we have this trend line that used to be our support. So we do have a few bounces off of that one. And if we take this trend line over here, this was our resistance a few times in 2024. But what I would say is, let's remove these ones because they're more short term. Let's not use those at the moment. Let's set up more long-term trend lines so we can have a more macro outlook, I would say. So something like that, and let's turn this into a dotted trend line. So that would be an ascending support trend line on the weekly, and every time you come back down, you retrace towards that trend line, you have a bounce off of it, and so on and so forth. So we just had a move back down to that teal trend line. Hopefully we're going to have an explosion like we did here in 2023 and 2024. And that will be our peak of this cycle. Okay, once you start getting into the overbought, once you print something like this in 2025, that will be your bull market top, in my opinion. I would be 99% sure, because it's been a nice ride since these December 2022 bottoms, but we do have to at some point print a top. So hopefully it is going to be past our current all-time high. I would say we still have an opportunity to do that. So a 616% move to the upside would put us back at $20, and then let's say we get to $40+. That would be a 1,476%, almost a 16x from the current prices, and the market cap being right now at around $3 billion. 10x would be 30 billion, and a 16x would be 48, would put us at around $48 to $50 billion market cap, which is not impossible, but I would say we'll see, because BitTensor is going to be up there as well, competing with Near Protocol as one of the top AI coins. So I would say $20 to $30 is definitely a guarantee at this point in time, but if Near Protocol starts performing very well like it did in 2023, it could outperform the rest of the market and have, a glorious break through the all-time high. And yeah, that should be it for this video. Like I said, I don't want to take too much of your time. Also, one thing to consider here, if you zoom out completely and you take a trend line from where the project started trading, which was over here in October 2020, and then you add that trend line, you have a massive symmetrical triangle here with two bounces off of the support. And if we lose this support block that I gave you, it's possible we're going to be coming back down to this trend line here, retesting it before breaking out. But if we do break out and we have a massive volume candle coming into play confirming the breakout, I would say $20 is what we're going to be expecting at the very least in 2025. Thank you all for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on the markets, and let me know what is your average buying price for Near and what is your target for Near. Stay safe and goodbye.